Hey guys, all signs point to a slowdown in the economy. There's a lot of uncertainty, obviously, with tariffs. We know that. But it's also job losses starting with the government and other companies as well. So obviously that can affect consumer spending. We know that. And then also you got, immigration. If we don't have as many workers who take in these jobs. And again, prices going up affecting the consumer with inflation the tariffs going into effect today and probably more on the horizon with Europe and potentially, or the reciprocation tariffs Trump's talking about on other countries to even out, whatever they charge, put whatever tariff they have on us, we do the same on them. So that's why this quarter, guys, can be a bloodbath. This could easily fall more. And that's why I said I put out a video and I have been talking about for a while, mortgage REIT Annaly, ticker symbol NLY, where you can collect a nice 12% dividend. My family and I have this going right to our bank account, and a big chunk of our nest egg is in there, okay? So it's nice for me having 4 kids. I got to make sure I have income coming in all the time to support my wife's spending habits, and 4 kids, obviously eating machines, human garbage disposals, as I say. But anyways, so there's going to be some uncertainty here, and we have the jobs report coming out, and that's going to be big, guys, because if we see higher unemployment, which it makes sense that unemployment's going to go higher, all that I mentioned, plus AI replacing jobs as well, guys. So that number is going to go higher most likely. And so this feeds into the Fed eventually having to cut interest rates again, okay? Right now they've been on pause mode, but I can see that changing. We saw the revised GDP number down now. So a lot of signs right here pointing to the Fed cutting rates again at some point, okay? I think they'll realize that. We'll see what the jobs report shows, okay? And so if there's another cut, guess who that benefits? Upstart stock, because all their businesses, right? Personal loans, auto loans, HELOCs, they all revolve around interest rates. So if those come down, we know that helps Upstart's businesses. And we know that they have been crushing it with their earnings, and they will continue to do that, guys. Management already had a really good guidance for the year. Even if there's no more cuts, if there are cuts, then they're going to have positive net income, by the end of the year, probably earlier than that. Okay. Maybe third quarter if there is another interest rate cut. So just know that Upstart, it's getting caught up in the sell-off with everything else, but this will provide a good opportunity where when they do report, it's not for a while still, but their next earnings are most likely going to beat and raise again, and where the stock can go higher. And like I said, if there's one interest rate cut, at least another one, or 2, let's say, that would be huge for Upstart's businesses. And that's where the stock can easily go over $100 a share. Now, I know most people can't see that right now because there's a lot of fear. And like I said, the next quarter is going to be rough probably, okay? But like I said, later on, that's where I think this stock will really benefit. So keep your eyes on that jobs report, guys. If you see unemployment claims a lot higher than expected, then an interest rate cut is probably likely. And again, all those other factors with people losing their jobs, with the government, immigration, and AI replacing jobs, and then the GDP being revised lower. These are all, you can see that the writing's on the wall, right? That the economy is slowing down, and that could lead to another interest rate cut, which in the end, that's what investors want. We just don't want to see, deflation, right? We don't want to see, where things are getting really bad, where people start talking about recession. But that's, how it usually goes, right? We're either talking about inflation or immediately, right? If things get too cool in the economy, then we're talking recession, right? There's no in between. But I think we can still be in that in between area and still get a cut. Economy can still hold up because remember, buy now, pay later. People with credit cards, even though it's not healthy, they'll keep spending. HELOCs too, home equity lines of credit that people can use. 60% of Americans own a home, and they can use that home equity, to keep spending. So there's ways the consumer can still hold up, even though I do think they'll weaken and the economy will weaken. I think it'll be okay, and where we can still get a cut, maybe 2, and then the economy can eventually, get through what Trump's doing. Made in America eventually, I think, will help. But right now, there's so many changes going on. Obviously, the consumer is going to feel the pinch at the grocery store, for example, many different things. But onshoring in America, like I said, the way I look at it, short-term pain for long-term gain.